Okay, welcome back to the gym. We're going to do vault, P-bars, and high bar. First exercises and Tuesday strength today. We are going to start warm-up with Jackson. I hope you guys have a good workout. Nice to see everybody.
Thanks, Charles. First finger, pull down the stretch. Second finger. Third finger. Pinky finger. Other hand, first finger. Second finger. Third finger. Pinky finger. Palm pull down stretch.
Tell them to keep making noise. It's great for the audio. Keep dropping all of those things on the floor. That's just great for the audio.
Other hand. Pinky up stretch. Other hand. One arm on top of the other stretch. Other way. Left arm circle forward. And backward. Right arm circle forward. Backward. Double arm circles forward. Then backward. Start logo high. One hand on top of the other stretch.
Iñaki, ¿has vuelto a tu instalación de gimnasia todavía? Oh, nice. Okay.
Arms up and down. Bend your knees on your toes and straighten. Bend your knees on your heels and straighten. Bend your knees on your toes and straighten. On your heels, straighten. Bend your knees on your toes and straighten.
1 second, Jackson. ¿Han sido felices tus entrenadores con lo fuerte que te has vuelto?
Big face in.
Awesome. Great.
And out. In. Out. In. sideways kicks. Kick down to your knee. And start running.
All right, Jack, let's stretch your lats. Good hollow shape here. Open up into a stretch. Switch sides hollow. And stretch. One more time, switch hollow. And stretch. Elbows. Hips. Knees. Spider-Man. Switch sides. Switch again. Switch one more. In the middle. In the middle on your belly. Move your hips forward. And backward. And forward. And backward. Straighten one leg, mini split. And other leg. Bend your knees, straighten them. On your hands and knees, fingers face forward. 2 circles left, 2 circles right. How's it going, Kennedy? Fingers face out, 2 circles left, 2 circles right. Fingers face towards you, 2 circles left, 2 circles right. Flip over, push gentle. And wrist push-ups. And palm push-ups. Face your fingers forward, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Face your fingers sideways. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Face your fingers backwards. Lift your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your toe point. On your knees, open your belly, stretch your quads. Stretch your toe point. On your knees, open your belly, stretch your quads. Pike stretch. Push your own toes down. Separate your feet, left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Separate your feet a bit more, left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Separate your feet 90 degrees. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Elbows in the middle. Try to keep your back as straight as you can while you're stretching. Try to keep your knees pointing at the ceiling. Separate your legs as far as you can. Left hand, left foot. Mantén las rodillas hacia arriba. Reach up and over. Iñaki, esta a la izquierda. Ahora a la derecha. Now reach to your right. Right hand, right foot. Reach up and over. Estira los hombros con los brazos detrás de la espalda. Stretch your shoulders, homie. Ahora haz un puente. Estira los hombros con los brazos detrás de la espalda. Y ahora haz un puente. Una vez más, estirar los hombros. Y una vez más, haz un puente. Haz tu rutina de flexibilidad, por favor. Okay? Kick while lifting your arms forward. Go to a Swedish fall. Point your leg at the ceiling. Right leg split. Hold 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Face the middle. Middle split. Arms horizontal. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Move your feet closer together. Arms parallel pancake. Hold 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Estómago abajo. A la flexión. Y con la izquierda. 1, 2, 3. Siéntate. Y una puente. 1, 2, 3. Abajo. Estirar los hombros. And move your hands forward. 1, 2, 3. Y presentación, por favor. Muy bien, amigo. And let's go to Big Boy Conrad. Let's see it. Conrad, your camera seems to be working better today. Kick while lifting your arms forward. Go to a push-up shape. Right leg split. Hold 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Face the middle. Hold 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Sit. Move your feet closer together. Arms parallel pancake. Hold 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. All the way up and over. Left leg split. And a bridge. Reach your hands past. Sorry. Good job. Okay, let's do our fake handstands. Vamos a separar de manos falsas. Hoy quiero que pruebes con las piernas estiradas. Mira entre tus manos, empuja a través del piso y encurva tus hombros. Okay, so I want you to make sure that you're looking right between your hands. Push through the floor and hunch your shoulders. We're going to go 40 seconds. Ready, set, go. Fake handstands, amigo. Push and hunch. Separate your fingers. Okay, and let's go shoulders up, shoulders down, hombros arriba, hombros abajo, shoulders up, shoulders down, shoulders up, and pulse your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lay on your back. All right, this shape that Boone is doing is pretty good here, even though Boone sometimes goes a little bit too fast and I don't want him to. But his shoulders are off the ground. I think that this is perfect right here. All right, I want your arms above your head so I can't see your ears. This is a perfect shape right here. All right, flip over, fake handstand. All right, I want you to look between your hands. Mira entre tus manos. Push through the floor and hunch in your shoulders. Empuja a través del piso y encurva tus hombros. Separate your fingers. Separa tus dedos. All right. Hombros abajo. Shoulders down. Hombros arriba. Hombros abajo. Hombros arriba. Hombros abajo. Hombros arriba. Arriba is up. Keep your shoulders up. Pulsa tus dedos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boone, I want you to do 20 hollow rocks. Go. 20 hollow rocks. Hacer 20 rocas huecas, por favor. One more fake handstand. Parada de manos falsa. Una más, por favor. Okay. All right, here we go, Boone. Get it. Push between your hands. One more fake handstand. Push into the floor. Hunch your back. Look between your hands. Separate your fingers. Hombros abajo, hombros arriba. Hombros abajo, hombros arriba. Hombros abajo, hombros arriba. Pulse your fingers into the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do shoulders. We'll do 8 again today. Shoulders, hands, hands, shoulders, shoulders, hands, hands, 2. Shoulders, hands, hands, 3. Shoulders, hands, hands, 4. Shoulders, hands, hands, 5. Shoulders, hands, hands, 6. Shoulders, hands, hands, 7. Shoulders, hands, hands, 8. Quickly, rápido, shoulders, hands, hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Y mantenga. And 8 circles forward. And 8 circles backward. Arms above your head. Bend. Straighten. 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. 8 mariposas. Okay, and with your hands low, shoulders, hands, hands, 1. Shoulders, hands, hands, 2. Shoulders, hands, hands, 3. Shoulders, hands, hands, 4. Shoulders, hands, hands, 5. Shoulders, hands, hands, 6. Shoulders, hands, hands, 7. Shoulders, hands, hands, 8. Ahora rápido. Shoulders, hands, hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 circles forward. Y 8 círculos atrás. Brazos sobre tu cabeza. 1 y 2 y 3 y 4 y 5 y 6 y 7 y 8. 8 butterflies. 8 mariposas. And with your arms above your head, shoulders, hands, hands, 1. Shoulders, hands, hands, 2. Shoulders, hands, hands, 3. Shoulders, hands, hands, 4. Shoulders, hands, hands, 5. Shoulders, hands, hands, 6. Shoulders, hands, hands, 7. Shoulders, hands, hands, 8. Rápido. Shoulders, hands, hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Círculos adelante. Y 8 atrás. Y brazos sobre tu cabeza. 1 y 2 y 3 y 4 y 5 y 6 y 7 y 8 y 8 mariposas. Muy bien, Iñaki. Muy bien. Okay, so let's start with our first exercises. Let's do high bar first today. All right, so the first exercises for high bar, the level 6s are going to do slow motion backward rolls like Blake usually does with a bar if you can, so that you're replicating pullover. And then the level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, you're really trying to replicate a cast handstand. All right, a cast handstand. So I want you to do almost like with one leg, jump to a stretched handstand, and then the other leg, you can jump to a stretched handstand. Okay, I'm assuming Conrad knows what I'm talking about. Most of this stuff is going to be done with parallettes. So you're going to jump, lean forward and cast. Lean forward and cast, just like he's doing. I want you to try to keep your back as stretched as you can, because when you do a cast handstand, your body is not going to be in a hollow. It's going to leave the cast. Your hips are going to leave the bar with your heels driving. So I want you to try to replicate that shape if you can. The level 6s are doing slow motion backward rolls like this. All right, slow motion backward rolls. And I think, Kennedy, you could probably do all of this stuff. I think it would all be helpful for you. So I think that you can choose planche kicks if you want, or jump to planche. You can do slow motion backward rolls, or thumbs up if you want beam exercises, and I'll put them up. I think you should do high bar. I think you should do high bar and give your beam stuff a rest. So pick something that's going to be functional and start working on that. All right, so Iñaki. Iñaki, quiero que hagas retrocesos lentos para que estés replicando un pullover. All right, I want to make sure that your legs are super straight, super tight. So I want to make sure that your body is super straight. I mean, your toes and your legs are tight. All right, land in a support shape, just like you would on high bar. You're gonna land with your arms straight, supporting yourself, holding yourselves up. I want you to keep your toes pointed all the way up and over. All right, nice work, Boone. Las piernas son super rectas. Aterriza un forma de soporte en tus brazos. Mantén los dedos de los pies apuntados todo el tiempo. All right, so keep your body super tight. Remember, you're trying to replicate doing a pullover. So your stomach muscles have to get stronger. You're not swinging into it. It's not a big rock. All right, I want you to think about like holding on to the bar, pulling your body over. You're also maybe thinking about doing a baby giant. And one of the things about a baby giant is you got to make sure that you keep your legs straight. It's not a tuck. All right, so keep your body as straight as you can, your body as tight as you can. All right, and Kennedy, what you're trying to do is you're trying to replicate cast handstands, right? So you can even like bend your arms if you need to, like kind of like when you do a cast handstand, you would start with arms bent to straighten. So try to replicate that shape as much as you can, all right? It's kind of like a one-legged kick handstand and a stretch. Let me see you try. One-legged kick handstand and your body stays stretched, that's it. Maybe even bend and straighten on the way up. Like watch what Conrad just did. That was a pretty good one. So he's just gonna bend, straighten on the way up. Bend, straighten. Right, trying to replicate that shape. But we're gonna move on to the next exercise in a second anyway. It's already up on the board. So take a look. The level 6s are gonna do tucked planche holds against the wall. Isaac does a very good job with those. The level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are going to do jam slides. And you can do that, you can do the jam slide on the parallel, like Conrad's going to do. Just don't kick that dog in the side. And you're going to do your jams. You can even do jump over the parallel and then jam slide. So if you want to replicate doing a real jam, start standing on the other side with your arms a little wide, jump over, and then push all the way out. Now, you guys can keep doing this. I think that's fine, but I'm going to show Isaac because Isaac does this exercise great. Iñaki, mira por favor. Yo quiero tu hacer este exercise. All right? A la pared. Isaac, excellent work. Excellent work. And Boone, I think that this is also a good exercise for you to do. All right, tuck planges against the wall. I think that this is a great exercise. You can do it against the P-bar block. If you can't do it against the P-bar block or the wall, you're certainly welcome to do the level 7 one, but I think that this is probably more appropriate for the younger guys. Kennedy, well done. Make sure you're pushing and hunching through your shoulders, same thing that we normally would do. Kennedy, really well done. This is good stuff. Look in between your hands, maybe a little bit of a shoulder angle as well, Kennedy, because we're trying to replicate flanges, but I think what you're doing is really fabulous. Good stuff. Boone, I think this is fine. Good job. I think your hands are on parallettes, I'm pretty sure. Boone, if you want to move your shoulders further in front of your hands, I think that's also fine. Trying to replicate doing a planche. Intenta mover tus hombros frente a tus manos y replicar haciendo un planche. So I want to make sure that your hands are in front of your shoulders are in front of your hands a little bit. Put a little bit of weight on the front of your wrists. Kennedy, good job on that exercise. That's it, Jackson. Jackson, also if you can do that like holding onto a belt or holding onto something that will promote even better stretch, or a bungee is also great. Just make sure that you're feeling that stretch in your shoulders as you do it. Isaac, I appreciate your help on that exercise. It certainly is helpful for the rest of everybody else who's doing it. The next exercise for high bar is up. The level 6s are going to be doing under grip kickover onto the wall like you're doing a front giant. And if you keep your hands a little bit further away from the wall, you'll come up and over a little bit further and replicate that front giant a little bit better. The level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, you can work on your pirouettes. And as you do your pirouettes, I want you to try to turn earlier and earlier so you actually finish the turn prior to getting to a handstand. And the difference is when you do a regular pirouette, you pull down with the arm that you're turning on so that as you're a young gymnast, you can get over the bar. But eventually you're going to be swinging with so much power and so much bounce in the bar that instead of worrying about pulling down on the bar, like Conrad does, you're going to push away from the bar. So he's going to try to push his right hand in front of his body so that he doesn't quite make it over the top. Now, Isaac, I think this is excellent, but maybe you want to move the pirouette even further away from the wall and almost, and then almost like so you're coming up and over. It feels like you're falling over the top of the giant. When you come over the top of the giant, you're going to be in a good stretch shape, just like Isaac is doing with your ears right between your shoulders. Iñaki, mira por favor. Yeah? Nice job, Isaac. Well done. Okay. Iñaki, vas a aferrarte al paralet con un agarre bajo. Sube y baja y aterriza en la pared como si estuvieras haciendo un gigante frontal. Yeah? All right, nice job. Nice job, Isaac, again. Thank you so much. All right, look at this little man is over here in Mexico City doing the exercise that you're showing him. Right? Appreciate that. All the way up and over. There you go. All right, Jackson. Nice work. Pushing that right hand or the right hand forward. If you keep your right hand in front of your eyebrows and don't quite kick up to the handstand, when you finish the pirouette, it'll force you not to go over the top. I mean, but in this situation, it's a little precarious, but because you don't have a mat. But that's the goal. A push-away pirouette as opposed to a pull-down pirouette. Abdurrahim, I think that you'd probably have a little bit of a safer time doing it on the grass. Grass is a little bit softer than this environment that you have here. And don't worry about if you're not on camera. It doesn't matter. It matters to me whether or not you get better at gymnastics. So just use the environment that's going to make it so it's softer for you to land if you do that early pirouette and make a mistake. All right, I'm going to put the next exercise up anyhow. And now, Isaac, you're going to do the opposite. Now you're going to do it in a hollow with your hands on the wall, replicating the other kind of giant as you come over. And I want you to try to put the pirouette further away from the wall so you can kick off of the wall, get to your handstand, and then fall back onto the wall like you're doing a giant. All right, level 7s are working on your pike stretches with your back in a stretch. And the level 8s, 9s, and 10s are doing jam dislocate flexibility with a bungee or a belt or the bar or whatever you're using. Iñaki, mira, por favor. Iñaki, vas a aferrarte a la barra con un agarre excesivo ahora. Enfrenta tu vientre hacia la pared. Estás tratando de imaginar que estás en la barra, subiendo y superando un gigante. All right, so I want you to try to imagine, Isaac. Imagine with all of your like imagination that you're on the bar, that you have your grips on, that your hands are chalked, that you've come up and over the top of your giant, and you're in a nice, beautiful hollow shape, ready to come through the bottom and stretch. Same thing with you, Kennedy, making sure that maybe what you're thinking, Kennedy, is looking down and seeing that the low bar is there. And you're trying to come on up and over the top, the high bar, and you're getting ready to pike down so that your feet miss the low bar. And you're just trying to imagine what it would feel like, what it would look like. Maybe even kick to a handstand and then fall back down to the bar, getting ready to get those toes to come down and pike. There you go, Kennedy. A good tight hollow shape as you're falling. And Jackson, Conrad, you guys are thinking about increasing your shoulder flexibility so that you can do a jam. A jam in our rules is a C. It gets a bonus. If you go to a handstand, it's a C +1 bonus. All right, and then always the eagle giant out of a jam is a B, but for the most part, you don't get any deduction on it because there's no height deduction or anything. So as long as you have good form and you do an eagle giant or an L grip giant, usually it's a B with no deductions. So for the most part, you'll see people do jam handstand, eagle giant. Another form of a giant that's relatively easy that has no deduction is a one-arm giant. So lately you've seen a lot of people working on one-arm giants. Now the level 6 is you guys are going to move on to a hollow rock, to a slow backward roll with socks between your feet, and you're trying to replicate a back flyaway. The level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, I want you to do Paperman routines. And if you want to, get a piece of paper out and a pen and actually write your routine down. That would also be another good thing to start doing. So what routine do you want to do? Start thinking about the A's, B's, C's that you're going to be working and any requirement groups that you have. That would also be another way of incorporating routines into the work that we're doing. So you could either do Paperman routines, or you could do full body routines, or you could do write down routines. And Isaac here is doing 3 hollow rocks to a back duck stick. 3 hollow rocks, back duck stick. All right, and you can also, right here, instead of thinking about necessarily doing a flyaway, it could also be tap swing to a baby giant, right, a 3/4 giant. So those are also going to be functional. And now the thing is I want to make sure that your toes are together the whole time, because that's one thing that's super easy to make a deduction on when you're doing flyaways. Make sure that your toes are together. All right, Boone, as you're coming up and over the top. Yeah, that was way better. Much better. Boone, if you want to do a standing back tuck, you can do that. If you want to go to the rings and go swing, fly away off the rings, that's also something you could work on. Just make sure that the rings are super padded. Start to get your brain thinking about what your routines are going to be. Start to think about, how many change in directions, what skills you're going to have, how many giants you're going to have between the skills, whether or not it's too many giants. If you have giants that have bad form, any extra giant is just more deduction. So if you can keep your routine shorter and cleaner, it's probably better than longer and less clean. All right, keep your knees and toes straight when you're doing these drills, Iñaki. Yo quiero tus regalos apretado y las piernas juntos. Muy bien. Yo quiero tu usar una RDL when you land. Isaac, you could probably do a round up back tuck, sure. But I want you to think about the form as you land. I want you to take your time. I don't want you to do 500 trillion in a row. I don't want you to hurt your ankle. I want you to think about sticking your landings, keeping your toes tight as you do your back tuck. The next exercise for high bar is up. The level 6s are going to do pirouettes against the wall on one pirouette. Una pirouette a la parada, a la pared. En una paralette, yo quiero tu cuerpo apretado. Usa el pared, marcar tu cuerpo. That's not correct. En línea recta, usa la pared, marcar tu cuerpo recta. All right? All right. And then the level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are working on trying to increase your muscular endurance so that you can do harder and harder routines and you're not getting as tired. So I want you to do 10 push-ups, 3 presses, and a 10-second L seat. And then keep going around and around so that your body starts to replicate the length of time that you're going to be on the event. 8s, 9s, and 10s are going to do the same thing, but this time do handstand push-ups. And then 5 kick to handstand and lower down as slow as you can. And then a 15-second L seat. Iñaki, muy bien. Quiero que uses la pared para hacer tu cuerpo lo más recto posible. There you go, Aiden. Good job, man. Right, the control of your handstand has improved so much over the last couple of weeks. And now kick handstand and lower through your planche. Slow as you can. Develop that strength. That's it. More shoulder lean, more lean forward and slower. More shoulder lean and slower as much as you can. Slow, slow, slow. There you go. About 30 seconds to go. Finish up what you're working on. We're going to move on to vault when we're finished. All right, the first exercise for vault is your broad jumps with your arm swings and your RDL landings. Make sure that you're using your body to fold up and smash the board. All right, Boone's doing a pretty good job here. All right, big arm swing, fold, and RDL step back. Arm swing, fold, start from the back, boom. There you go. And I want, as you hit the board, I want your hands to be reaching in front of you towards the horse. Boom. There you go. You could do actually a full arm swing. Swing your arms all the way around in the air as you're folding, and bam, hit the board. There you go. I like that even better, Boone. So use your arms all the way around, smash. There you go. But remember, you don't have a board. So I don't want you smashing yourself into the ground. I don't want it to be too jarring for your vertebrae. Just make sure at the top of the jump you're folding all the way as far as you can. En la parte superior del salto, quiero que te pliegues por completo. Tu pecho baja y tus rodillas suben para que estés en una forma de pliegue completamente doblada. Luego, aterrizar en un RDL. All right, I want you to jump and fold all the way. And your chest is going to come down as your knees come up. All right, Boone, good job. Use your arms to create huge power in your jump. If you lift your arms up high and fast, it'll push your feet down into the ground more and create a little bit more height. Jump with your arms. There you go. There you go, Conrad. Really fold up all the way in the middle of your hurdles so that you can really extend and smash into the board. Conrad looks great. Kennedy looks good with the fold. I would concentrate on controlling those arms as much as you can. All right, don't let your arms flail around. Make sure that your arms come up and around, maybe even a big full arm circle all the way around. And then by the time you hit the board or finishing your RDL, you want to be reaching towards the vault again. So reach at the end as you make contact in your RDL. Reach, boom, there you go. And maybe even, Kennedy, as you do your jump and you're in the air folding, let your arms go a full circle all the way around and behind your back. So as you jump, use your arms full circle, and when you hit the RDL, your hands are like finishing the circle, reaching forward again. If you understand what I mean. Yeah, so good, dude. So good. I like that. And remember, Kennedy, when you hit the board, finally hit the board, you want to hit the board with your feet in front of you. So if you land an RDL with your feet in front, you should be off balance and falling backwards. So you should have to take a step backwards. All right, so try one more time. RDL, big arm circle, land RDL, feet in front, take a step back. And make sure you fold and make sure you do everything correctly. And clean up after T. There you go, dude. Nice work. All right, good stuff. All right, second vault exercise is up. All right, and we're just gonna do our running drills against the wall. We'll go to big boy. All right, up on the ball of your foot, let your back leg sag, stretch your calf, fix your leg, bend your back knee, and switch. Land on the front of your foot, let your back leg sag, fix your front knee, and bend your back leg. Land on the front of your foot, let your back leg sag, fix your front foot, then bend your back leg. Switch. Let your back leg sag. Fix your front foot. Then let your back leg bend. Switch. Land on the front of your foot. Aterriza en la parte delantera de tu pie. Then let your back leg sag. Luego deja que tu pierna trasera se hunda. Fix your front foot. Arregla tu pie delantero. Then bend your back leg. Luego doblo la pierna hacia atrás. Okay, and then switch. Land on your front foot. Let your back leg sag. Fix your front foot. Then bend your back leg. Switch, land on the front of your foot. Then let your back leg sag. Fix your front foot. Then bend your back leg. Aterriza en la parte delantera de tu pie. Land on the front foot. Luego deja que tu pierna trasera se hunda. Let your back leg sag. Arregle su pie. fix your front foot and leg. Luego dobla la pierna de atrás, and then bend your back leg. Land on the front of your foot, aterriza en la parte delantera de tu pie, then let your back leg sag. Luego deja que tu pierna trasera se hunda, fix your front foot and leg, arregle su pie y pierna delanteros, then bend your back leg. Luego dobla la pierna de atrás. Okay, good job, Conrad. I think next what we have is our cartwheel to starfish. And the level 6s are working on your straight tuck jumps, straddle jumps off of a chair. Off of that parallel bar block is a good idea, Boone. All right, jump off the parallel bar block, do your tuck jumps, straddle jumps, and make sure that you're landing in an RDL shape. All right, I do not want you to land with your chest low. The whole reason that we're doing, I don't want you to land on that mushroom either. I want you to land on the ground if you can. Jump over the mushroom, land on the air track if you can. The whole reason we're working on the RDL shapes is to make sure that your landing shapes are reasonable and correct. All right, the whole reason that we're working on these RDL shapes in strength and conditioning is so that you can use it when you land. Toda la razón por la que estamos trabajando en la forma RDL en fuerza y acondicionamiento es para que pueda usarla cuando aterrice. All right, that's the whole reason. So every single time you land, RDL, not with your chest too low, all right, not by bending your knees too much, but by letting your hips fall backwards, and you're going to use your hips to land, not your knees. Usa tus caderas para aterrizar, no tus rodillas. Okay? It's good. It's good. I think Iñaki separa un poco las piernas cuando aterrizas. Separate your feet a little bit. Sí, está más bueno. All right. Uso las caderas, no los rodillas. Muy bien. Muy bien. Bueno. All right, and then the older guys and ladies are going to work on your starfish cartwheel shapes. And I think the big benefit of this whole technique here is vision. You should be able to see everything. All right? And then once you stand up off of the horse, if you're looking forwards, like towards the camera when Kennedy finishes here, you should be able to just do a front with a half, a Barani. And that's going to be a cause. If you do a laid out, it's going to be a cause. Your hand comes up and over. You're going to create speed to rotate and down. I think it's probably even better for you guys to do it like Conrad's doing here, because it seems as though what Conrad's doing is replicating this Barani shape and not so much spinning the round off with a full turn. So do one more time. Kennedy, check it. So it looks like he's just going to finish here in his starfish shape and look at the ground and pretend he's doing just a Barani, a front tuck with a half into a landing. And that's going to be the vision that you need to do cause. It's pretty much the same thing. Running down, looking at the horse, looking at the wall, looking at the floor, and replicating a Barani, a front tuck with a half with your body straight, and stick it, boom. And that's pretty much cause, a full twisting, laid out, vault of whatever you're going to call it, a cause. Kazamatsu. All right, next exercise for vault is up. The feet are on the wall as high as possible and your shoulders are on the ground. Isaac usually does this very good, and when Isla and Amelia are on, they also do this very well. Keep your shoulders down and your feet way up high, hands by your side, all right, so that you're replicating the flight after you vault, after you block, Isaac, you're replicating the shape that you're going to need as your body travels through the air on its way to land in your RDL shape. The level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are going to be working on bridge walkdowns with your hands on the wall. And I think that this is going to be important for pretty much every vault. You got to do a Yurchenko or a front handspring front. And unless these shapes are tight, it's not going to be successful. So working on these tight bridges. Isaac, you're going to have your shoulders on the wall, point those toes, lift that belly up, keep your body nice and straight, put your hands by your thighs, and really try to keep your body as tight as you can. All right, Iñaki, este exercise, all right? Mira Isaac. Nice job, Isaac. I appreciate all your work. Mantén tu cuerpo lo más recto posible y tus manos sobre tus muslos. All right, try to keep those toes pointed, imagining that you're flying through the air. Aiden, well done. And all the way up, all the way up. Don't cut it short. Aiden, sick, bro, sick. Right, really nice, really beautiful. All the way down, all the way up. Try to keep your body as tight as you can. Right? And keep those arms above your head, Conrad, instead of a planche on the way down. Keep your arms up, arms up, arms up, arms up. And when you finish, you're gonna sit up into a front pike with a half. Nice job. Let's see it, Jackson. That's it, all the way up top. You're gonna look at the ground there and do a front tuck. Drive your heels and sit up. So on vault, you're gonna drive your heels to about 45 degrees, then sit up harsh, nice and tall, look at the ground, and front tuck down. Drive your heels all the way. Then your heels are gonna stop and your shoulders are gonna rise. All right, next exercise is up. The level 6s are gonna do V-seats to tight tuck kick out, like you're replicating the kick out of a front tuck. The level 7s, you guys are gonna do landings. If you can land, jump down off of something and land. The level 8s, 9s, and 10s, you guys can do standing back tucks, or you can do 4-shaped tuck jumps to your stick. If you can do standing back tucks, I think I'd rather that. If you can't, then keep everything as safe as you can. That's the most important thing. All right, Boone, I think, well, you guys are working on your landings or VC tight to the kick out anyway, so. Iñaki, mira por favor. Boom. Boom. Boom, if you wanted to go to your trampoline in the back and you wanted to work front tuck kick out, you could do that. You could try to do step, 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 front tuck kick out on your air track if you wanted to. Or you could keep working on this. One thing I noticed though, Boone, and the whole reason that we're doing this is when you do your kick out, your left foot goes on top of your right foot. And on each of the 3 kickouts that you just did in front of the camera, I would have taken at least 1/10 on your toes because your left foot is on top of your right. So I noticed that sometimes in my gym, the guys kick out, but they kick out with 3/10 of deduction, or they don't kick out at all. Either way, it's still going to be a 3/10 deduction. You know, so just work on good toe point as you're kicking out. So Conrad, you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4 tuck jumps if you want. You can do standing back tucks, doesn't matter to me. But remember, you're trying to get to the same shape that you would use if you're gonna do a throw-in, right? In soccer or football, whatever you're calling it. You wanna get to that nice tall shape, storing energy in your stomach and the fronts of your legs and in your armpits. And that's gonna create like a slingshot or a catapult out of your body. But in this case, instead of the ball flinging forward, it's gonna be your knees that release and fling up and over your head. So the taller and tighter you can stretch, the better. Boom, all the way, and then snap your knees up and over. Instead of that stretch creating motion in a ball, that stretch is gonna create rotation in your body, but it's a very, very similar stand-up shape. All right, stand up as tall and as tight, tall and as tight. There you go. I think that was better than the first one. You want to try to think about the tightness, not just in your armpits, but in your belly. You want to think about the tightness in the fronts of your hips and your hip flexors and the fronts of your legs, because all of those muscles are creating stretch, and that stretch is going to store energy, and that energy is going to be released in rotation. So the taller and tighter you can stretch, the better. You got to get there fast, right? Now you're taking a step back instead of landing forward. All right, and that's an indicator that that stretch is creating the rotation that we're looking for. Tight as you can, stretch your whole body, create huge stored energy, and then let it fling. Hey, we're coming after you. We're going to get more medals. We're going to get more trophies. Believe that. Big boys getting trophies this year. Come on, big, good stand up, tight as you can. Boom, and create rotation. There you go, Conrad. Those look better already. Right? Do they feel better? I mean, you have a little bit more rotation. Same exact shape as a throw-in. There you go, Conrad. Nice work, my man. Next vault exercise is up. The level 5s and 6s are doing your Russian twists. The level 7s are going to work on your handstand shapes. The level 8s, 9s, and 10s, you can work on starfish pull down half turns, or you can work on your handstand shapes. Either way, you got to be tight when you hit the horse. Isaac, I think you're doing good work making sure that your elbows touch the ground every time. If you want to use a weight like a book or a shoe or some type of like a 5-pound weight, you can do that. But the reason I want you to work on this is so that you can do a handspring full or a yami with a half. Because as a level 7, you can do a yami with a half or a handspring full. All right, so I want you to work on your rotational strength in your stomach. Try to touch your elbows to the ground each time. Quiero que trabajes en la fuerza rotacional de tu estómago. Toca los codos con el suelo cada vez. That's it, Conrad. I think that is going to be really helpful for you, Conrad. I think the air awareness and understanding where the ground is, what it does is it creates a reference point. And if you have a reference point that doesn't change in gymnastics, it certainly helps build consistency, right? If you know where the ground is, it always looks like Oleg Vernayev knows where the ground is. It always looks like Koichi Moore is just staring at the ground. So when I teach gymnastics, I teach it a lot with using your eyes to find the ground to build consistency into your technique. And I think that that's probably going to be very helpful. All right, looking at the ground, Aiden, you go off screen a little bit so I can't see it, but I'm sure everything's feeling just fine. All right, stop and look. As you run down, you should be able to see the horse here, should be able to see the wall, see in front of you. That's it. Remember that left arm, Aiden, wants to come up and over your head and create a radius, and the radius is going to create a huge increase in speed. There you go. Jackson, right here, I want your left arm to come up and over. Your left arm is coming around the side, Jackson, and because of that, it's not going to create as much rotational velocity. Lift it above your head, right here, up, up. No, it comes around the side, Jackson. I want you to lift your arm above your head if you can. Right, yes, it's going to create more speed. Up and over, and then into your body. There you go. That's a little bit better. I made my round off full on floor and a double full into the pit. Right? I think that all of this rotational strength is going to help you be able to crank to the side. Ooh, I want some of that. I want some of that. Airmail it to me, Amber. Oh man, I want some of that. That looks delightful. Wow, I'm jealous. And I'm not the jealous type. All right. Let's see if we have any more vault. We don't have any more vault exercises. And we do have a lot of work to get to in terms of strength and conditioning. So I think that we're going to get to some strength and conditioning. You guys go get a quick drink if you need. The first exercise for today is burpees. Jackson, that seems to have gotten much better. All right, a good stand-up. A good stand-up. Just like you're going to do a throw-in. Storing energy in your body. All right, and using that stored energy, instead of throwing the ball forward, it's going to create rotation and fling your knees up and over. And you got to think of your body as a slingshot, as a rubber band. And the more you stretch the rubber band, the further and the faster that rubber band is going to fly. And it's the same thing with storing energy in your body. Stand up nice and tall, and you don't want to just stretch with your arms. You want to try to stretch with your whole body. The fronts of your legs, your hip flexors, your stomach, and all of that will recoil and give you some more rotation. All right, so let's move on to our burpees. We're going to do 30 seconds of burpees and 30 seconds of rest. We're going to do 3 sets of that, and then we're going to try to go around 3 times of that little circuit that we have. We're going to go 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off of the circuit. So I believe we should have time to finish everything. So when you guys are ready, we're going to start burpees. And it looks like Abdurrahim is ready, waiting. So we'll go to Abdurrahim and he'll lead us with the burpees. Ready, set, go. Boone, finish your food. Finish your food. Make sure you don't have anything in your mouth before you start this. Okay, lifting your hands at the bottom. Good job, Kennedy. Good job, Iñaki. Muy bien. We have 15 seconds to go. Man, Boone, I want some of that food. That made me hungry, my dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Abdurrahim, can you take the camera and just put it on the ocean so we can look at the ocean for 30 seconds? That looks peaceful. Abdurrahim, it looks like your body's getting bigger, bro. Does anybody feel like their muscles are getting bigger? Anybody notice anything? Notice any changes? Okay, I noticed that Aiden's getting bigger. All right, Kennedy, you feel like you're getting muscle? No? Okay. All right, 2 seconds, 1 second, burpees. Get it. I mean, Isaac and Iñaki and Boone, you guys are still a little bit young to see all of these changes happen. Right? All of the changes in muscle size are really going to start to happen when you're about, say, 12, 13, Kennedy, maybe 11, right? So if the younger guys aren't putting as much weight on or much muscle mass on, 2, 1, ocean. But I think that Abdurrahim and probably Kennedy, Abdurrahim, show us the ocean, bro. I think that Kennedy and Conrad and Jackson and Aiden, you guys are definitely going to start to get and to put on a little bit of muscle over the next couple of weeks. So we got to keep working hard. All right, 3, 2, 1. One more set of burpees. Man, I want to be there. I want to be on that water. That looks nice. You can keep going. Don't worry about the camera, little man. It's all good. But I think that Abdurrahim already looks like he's putting on a little bit of muscle mass. Definitely Aiden for sure. Isaac, if you're not putting on muscle mass, but you're also not doing what I'm telling you to do, that could be the reason. All right, 3, 2, 1, stop. All right, let's go 30 seconds of rest. And then we're going to go to the first exercise. The first exercise is plyo push-ups. So it's just clapping push-ups. So push-up claps. We start in 10 seconds. I want you to go all out for 30 seconds, and then you have 30 seconds of rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push-up, clap, push-up, clap, push-up, clap. 25 seconds to go. As many as you can get done. And it's got to be done with good quality. If it's bad quality and bad form and bad technique, then I'd rather you just go a little bit slower. 10 seconds to go, and then we only have 2 more of those. 5 seconds to go. The next thing that we did is the neutral grip pull-ups. So you're going to either do pull-ups or handstand push-ups, either one. We have 20 seconds to go. Handstand push-ups. Boone, you can do pull-ups on the rings. If you have a bar that you can do pull-ups, you should use your bar. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Pull-ups or handstand push-ups. If you do handstand push-ups, go all the way, touch your head, and go all the way back up. $15 seconds to go. As many as you can pull out. And try not to bend your knees. Try not to kip your body. Otherwise, it's the kipping and the swinging of your body that you're getting stronger, not your arms. 2, 1, and rest. The next exercise is your single arm floor press. A single arm floor press. So it's on your back, only one arm, and I'll tell you when we're done with 15 seconds so that you can move on to the next arm. We have about 8 seconds to go. A single arm floor press. You should be aiming to do about 12 of them each time. Here we go, 30 seconds. On your back, buddy. Single arm floor press. Exactly right. Bend your knees for more stability. Got 10 seconds to go about. Actually, just kidding, it was 5. Switch your arms. 12 seconds to go. You want to shoot for about 12 of them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. The next exercise is your bar inverted row. We did wide arm push-ups though. All right, wide arm push-ups. You can keep your fingers facing away from each other. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 30 seconds. Wide arm push-ups. It's going to make you stronger if you try to go through the whole range of motion. Touch your chest to the ground or your chin to the ground. Don't worry about how many you do. Worry about whether or not you truly get stronger. 13 seconds. Use your back, use your whole body to do these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. The next one is your kneeling single arm press. Not half kneeling press. It's just a regular kneeling single arm press, and I'll give you your 15 seconds so you can switch. You have 10 seconds of rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Try to keep the weight directly above your shoulder. You have 5 seconds left on this arm. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Jackson, it looks like you're starting to put on a little muscle for sure. I would bet that between now and the next 5 weeks, you guys should put on about 3 or 4 pounds. Rest, especially if you're eating enough rice and chicken and vegetables. The next one is renegade row. It's like a push-up shape where you're lifting the weights off the ground. 10 seconds to be ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. If you're not eating enough, then instead of the food being able to make muscle, the food has to be made into fuel so that your body can function. So if you're trying to put on a little bit of weight, you got to make sure that you're eating a good amount of rice, good amount of protein, good amount of like carbohydrate and protein so that you can have fuel and you can also build muscle. 3, 2, 1, rest. The next thing is your crab walks. And then after the crab walks is going to be your vertical band pull. All right, so I'm pretty sure that you guys put the bungees over the door and pulled down, but Abdurrahim, you did it over the couch. And Conrad, you did it over your couch, pulling up onto the couch. All right? All right, so your crab walks, make sure you go opposite hand, opposite foot. Opposite hand, opposite foot. You want to go as slow as you can. You got 20 seconds to go. As slow as you can. It's more, this exercise is more training your brain and your body to work together. At first, it's so hard to sequence everything and to get your hands and your legs to move at the same time. It's go as slow as you can, lift your belly as high as you can. All right, we have 30 seconds of rest. And then you're going to do your vertical band pulls. All right, so it's the one, it's like you have like the bungee that you're pulling towards your chest. But if you don't have the bungee, Abdurrahim leans on his couch and pulls the weights up over the arm rest of his couch. I'll show you Conrad setting this up too, so you'll see what's going on. Boone, you can do exactly what you're doing. That's correct. And if you have the bungees, I'll remind you, this is the exercise that you're doing here. All right, just like that. If you have bungees and you can do that. All right, you guys can get going. You only have 20 seconds to go. This is the band pulls here, a vertical band pull. But if you don't have that, then I want you to lean over your couch, the armchair of your couch, and pull up like this. Pull up. That's good enough for now. I think that Boone is also doing a pretty good job here. All right, guys, let's rest, and we got to go back to the beginning. We got 2 more times through, but we may only have time for 1 more time through. The first one is clapping push-ups, plyo push-ups, plyometric push-ups. You got 12 seconds to rest. Five seconds to rest. You should remember what these are, even if you have to write them down, and you should do 3 sets of these. Here we go. That's it. Only got 15 seconds. Got to make sure that you keep pushing. Keep those dreams of being the regional champion or winning all those meets in the back of your mind as you're doing this stuff. You have 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. The next one is your pull-ups or handstand push-ups. $20 seconds to be ready. $10 seconds to be ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Try to truly just use your arms and not the motion of your body to do your pull-up. And then you'll know that all of the strength is going to where you want it. If you're doing a handstand push-up, go all the way down, all the way up. And just think about those numbers on Wednesday. Are you going to get bigger numbers? Are your arms going to be stronger? Are you going to be a better gymnast? You only have 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. The next exercise is your single arm floor presses. I'll give you your 15 seconds. You have 20 seconds to rest, so make sure that you take advantage of it. Ten seconds to go. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Single arm floor press. If you bend your knees, it just makes you a little bit more stable. Four, three, two, one, and switch. Five, four, three, two, one, and rest. The next exercise is your inverted row, wide arm push-ups. "15 seconds of rest. Rest is good. Rest is good. Eli says that Jackson and Torin and Aiden are really doing a good job in the gym since they've gone back, so I'm really proud of you guys. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. Wide arm push-ups. Gotta keep pushing. Don't worry about how many you do. It doesn't matter. What matters is whether or not you get strong. So go slow. Make sure you got good technique. Push yourself to the limit. You should be like totally exhausted. Your muscles should be totally fatigued, I think is a better way to say it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. The next is a kneeling single arm press. I'll give you your 15 seconds so you can switch. You got 20 seconds to rest. Kennedy, good job. Good job, dude. You work so hard. I'm so proud of you. Right? Good job, Kennedy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kneeling single arm press. Five seconds to switch. 3, 2, 1, switch. Three, two, one, rest. The next exercise is Renegade Row. Jackson, you're looking pretty diesel these days, my dog. Okay, 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good work, man. Good work. Good job, Kennedy. Good job, Iñaki. Muy bien, amigo. Muy bien, amigo. Good job, Conrad. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, rest. The next exercise is crab walk and then vertical band pulls. Here, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna try to type this out quick so you guys remember what it is. It's, you can start your crab walks. Okay, and the last one is your vertical band pulls. Let's go 30 seconds rest. All right, good workout today, everybody. You should go through one more time. I put the exercises in the chat so you can go around one more time. Again, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. Tomorrow we have testing strength. Hopefully this This week we have big improvements in our numbers. Hope you guys have a good night, and I look forward to tomorrow's workout, and keep repping that 6x6.